prison and whatnot, or
I think, like, depending on the severity of the crimes, I think a criminal would be, like, either be put to prison, executed, or
Exiled.
exiled, or if that's like emergency, we need to get this shit done now, assassinated.
My mind immediately went to torture chamber, fully dark, so that specters can spawn in.
That could actually be a way
That
of
would be
execution.
horrifying.
It would be fucking dark, but it would be cool as fuck.
Metal.
Yeah.
it would be.
For public.
Go ahead.
So I will say for public display, you know how they used to have like public executions? Like
Mhm.
instead of doing that, they will be like, they off into the walls and they are exiled, and as people like see them from the walls walking away, like as a show that if you do something bad, you're gonna get sent into like the void.
Yeah.
So I like the idea of exile. Uh, and also the Minecraft death scene. That also sounds nice. Take off the torches.
Yep. I just
Yeah.
think she's like a bit more of a weird way to call it, a peacekeeper. She like fights crime in with using crime, if that makes sense.
Hey, assassin the assassin.
Yes.
Batman.
She's basically a hired force for the good guys, but she's not actually good herself.
I'm reminding of a certain quote from Sherlock. Not sure if
Which
you guys
is?
watched it.
I did, but I have the memory of a goldfish.
I'm gonna like paraphrase from memory because I don't recall it exactly, but I may work on the side of angels, but do not mistake me for 1 second. I bungled it up, but that's was the feeling.
Yeah, that's definitely her vibe. Yeah.
All right. I mean, I can go with the idea of like the dark pit as a method of execution. However, I would like feel that this would be more of a method in the other variant with the totalitarian city.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's a cool idea, but maybe not very fitting.
Yeah, and but the fluff wise, yeah, I think the exile would definitely, unless it's like very severe, like serial killer, which they probably wouldn't bother with, like exile, just probably, especially if caught red-handed, probably just killed on the spot.
Yeah, that would definitely be something like they wouldn't risk them being able to get back in.
Yeah.
So
most
just
definitely.
insta death.
But yeah, other than that, yeah, exile definitely works. That on one hand, yeah, they know that probably that person is gonna die, but on the other, they have this like weird hypocritical thinking that at the very least our hands are not dirted with their blood. So kinda doing.
We didn't kill them, Smile.
Yeah, exactly. That this thinking. Exactly like that. Okay. I'm racking my head. Do you believe or think that there's something that we should talk, that there's something I missed, or there's like specific thing, not only about your characters, but maybe like some fluff element that needs to be elaborated on?
I don't know.
I think I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay, now I like to look at it. So to summarize, we definitely clear, strong bond between Sasa and Vale due to the craftsman's background. Also kind of tied it up with Ven because the crafters did created her equipment.
My job.
Yeah, as for Ven, also this bond being built up over the course of expeditions in the future that, survival in the group is probably the way to go. And the lone wolves, sooner or later, they will might die. And yeah, I definitely now try to. Oh, right, that's the thing. Figure out how to. Maybe not figure out, but like state clearly like how we can fit Silas into that puzzle.
Well, like if we're going to go on expeditions to ruins, it would be good to have a specialist.
Indeed.
Like that would like our superior would be like, yeah, sure, let's put that guy in there
Yeah,
because
the guy
he
who
knows
loves
shit.
runes.
Yeah, you got like the two, like Callie and JP are like the just the force. Like you need it like actual people in a party. And you've got Ven, who's a bit more experienced, who can maybe like guide or help the party in being a party. And then you've got I forgot what your character was. I'm sorry, but
Alice.
Samuel, who would be more of the knowledge person.
And also to kill that super easily.
Also, I like healing. Healing's great. I like not dying. Side note.
I can heal our Warforge if they come back.
Ooh.
Just cast mending every 6
Cast
seconds. I just
mending.
cast mending.
Actually, we had this like on the side note. I'm gonna get back to you in just a second. But we had this discussion. Apparently, per the rules as written, you can heal Warforge using like regular like healing spells.
Yeah,
Yes,
they're not
they are actually humanoid, and mending does not work on them because they are not a construct.
Interesting.
Does it
technically.
only work on constructs? I check.
So that's why like
It
healing
does,
spells,
yeah.
like otherwise healing spells would just not work on them, and that's like
Yeah.
very bad for like a race in D&D. So they just
Yeah.
didn't do that.
Right after this campaign, I get to play in a campaign that JP is hosting where I am a Warforge who's a medic and is just the piece of shit doctor. It's the worst.
I like the trope of like doctor with caustic personality.
Yeah, I'm basically RPing as like the American healthcare system.
Oh my god.
Like, oh, sorry, your plan only covers bludgeoning and slashing damage, and you were dealt piercing damage? That's going to cost extra. Sorry, buddy.
Amazing.
Okay, I mean the expeditions definitely work like a present and future like bond building. Silas, would you like consider an idea like would you have like pre-existing bond with one of the other player characters, or
I could be a guard at the blacksmith.
I mean, I'd make all your gear for your guard duty.
With the blacksmith too.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I would upkeep all your gear so whenever you
I
come
mean,
back,
if
you see me.
if there's a fear of creatures constantly spawning, then the blacksmith would probably be one of the high priorities to protect, right?
yeah, actually you can imagine that one of the main duties of the guard is just like walking around and checking all the sources of light, making sure that they are active, not broken.
Fen could also
Fantastic.
totally be some kind of guard type character who like does it more in her own way, but is actually a guard.
I mean, you're so fast, you could traverse the city and check the lights so fast.
Yes.
And I feel like Vale is also definitely the kind of person where if he sees like a guard coming over and like checking the lights, he'll like make small talk. Like, hey, what's up? Hey, how's your shift going? You know, like just like normal stuff. So
It would be impressive for you to notice her because she does just stealth everywhere.
more so Silas than Ben. You probably wouldn't notice you.
I imagine like sorry, so it was Silas, right? I imagine just Silas. You see Sasa a lot in the walls. You're trying new toys, aka like new things that she invents. So just like
New
every now and
guns.
then she comes with like half a gun that breaks down as she's trying to shoot it, or like a wand that doesn't work, like things like that. So she's
to
always at
the-
the wall, just trying things that doing that.
Mhm.
Very good.
Okay. So not sure if that makes difference to any one of you, but guns can exist in this world.
Yes.
If you want the guns to
Can
be
I-
a thing, there can be a gun thing in the city.
Give my
Can I get
fairy a
guns?
sniper rifle.
Guns are too loud. Only blades and bow.
So
But
does
consider
that mean I can
flamethrower.
can I sacrifice the gold that I have for the gun? Like my starting gold for a gun, or do I need more money for that?
We start off with 100.
I was
gold.
actually also wondering. I would really like a short bow and some arrows.
Yeah, I want to change some stuff too, but
Because fucking cry, I want a longbow, but I'm not proficient in those.
LOL. Imagine. You don't have.
Okay,
Wait, do
so-
Drow not have elven training?
They have their own training, which just gives
Oh.
them proficiencies in long swords, rapiers, short swords, and hand crossbows. I think.
Dual hand crossbows, easy.
I mean, I could. Oh my god, no, I must resist.
Go berserk on them.
No,
No,
I mustn't.
I must.
Sorry, I didn't hear if there was an answer about the gun question.
They may be thinking.
Guns, you can use them.
No, they asked if they could sacrifice their gold for one right now, like to start with.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I think we start with 100 gold, so if it costs
What?
less than that.
We
Yeah,
start
we
at
start-
100 What the fuck?
We
Oh, yeah,
start
sorry,
with 100 gold.
We're loaded.
Yeah, because level 2 is, yeah, I checked somewhere that apparently like for level 2 your wealth should be like around like 100 gold pieces.
Oh, we're using those rules.
Not-
Okay, I
not-
know which ones you're talking about.
Not including the starting equipment. So,
Can I buy a gun with all that gold?
and I would imagine that, yeah, it's not like money per se, but like the barter items you've managed to acquire during that time. So you have like 100 gold worth of stuff. Yeah, sorry, my apologies. I didn't make this. I didn't make this clear. That's on me.
It's okay.
That's my mistake.
So I can just add a short bow to my inventory and like remove the gold for it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm doing that then. Let me
Oh
just
my
check how
God.
expensive a short bow is.
It tells you
Okay,
in the description on Foundry.
I have two questions.
Yes.
First, the pistols are 250 gold, which means I don't have enough. I don't have enough
25
for that.
gold for a bow. Okay.
But I just realized, are we gonna use ammo rules? Like, are we gonna like counter ammunition or just like whatever with that?
That's a very good question. The way I do this, because again, I try to limit bookkeeping on my own end and whenever possible on player's end. So I usually do not count or track mundane ammunition, like just like regular arrow, regular bolt, whatever. I don't count that. If it's like a specific special type of ammunition, like, you know, arrow of greater slaying and whatnot, I count those because, you know, those are special, they are important, they have like good effects, so I count special ammunition. But the mundane
makes
kind, not really.
Sweet.
Okay.
Because again, it's just bookkeeping, and at some point in time, someone is gonna forget how much arrows they shot either way. And at some point in time, like in Critical Role, they did ones that they just spent like 100, like a big amount of gold to buy like hundreds or thousands of arrows, put them into Back of Holding, and just like, you know, consider that, yeah, we've been using that during the campaign. So if that's the end result, I might as well cut the middleman and say, yeah, we don't count mundane ammunition, but special kind of ammo we do count. And speaking of bookkeeping, I'm gonna trust you not to go overboard, but I also do not bother tracking encumbrance.
Okay.
So you don't have to exactly worry about that, unless, again, like, I hope you will not go overboard. So
Oh, hey, it's
Hey!
Dope Street.
Welcome.
I am sorry. I forgot about the time change, and I also woke up 2 hours
I had a feeling you slept.
ago.
Well,
Nice.
welcome.
Hello, welcome.
Sorry about that.
Okay, I mean, understandable, but otherwise you did show up, so I'm gonna get to you in just a moment. So yeah, to finish the thought about encumbrance, just don't go overboard. Like, you know, if someone says that, oh, I tried to take this house with me, then obviously that's not gonna fly. But
I have like such little carry weight. I'm almost over encumbered already.
May I ask you a question, Shadow, real fast?
yeah, go for it.
Can I? So I start with a light crossbow from my
Mhm.
class. Can I pay the difference and get a heavy crossbow?
Yeah, I see no
Sick.
problem with that.
Okay, thank you.
Perhaps I can even see that as a backstory element of like one of your first projects.
Oh yeah, trying to put together a freaking crossbow. Those things are so difficult.
I'm going to set a timer to wake me up next time. That this
Also,
doesn't happen again.
Yeah, that's...
I love that your character's name is Pastor. Just saying.
Ah, thank you.
Oh yeah, I need to like
The only person to notice.
declare that I had no idea that's how you spell it. I was thinking that when you show up on this session, I'm gonna like, hey, how do I spell your name? And then like, fucking hell, like, answer staring me right in the eyes. But yeah, essentially what was going on was that we went through again with the double checking the checklist for session 0, decided on some variant rules for the lingering injuries. Did some party bonds, and I think that would be one of the main things for you. But actually, now that we are here, if you can introduce your character to the rest of the party, then go for it.
Sure. My character is Pastor. They are a warforged with their whole thing is basically based around being a light cleric that was created to protect people. Their shield has an image of a star on it. They carry a morning star and an evening star. I'll remember more once it loads up because if I remember correctly, I made it so that the name actually means something like prototype something or other. But yeah, that's all I can remember.
Yeah,
right
we
now.
had some discussions through private messages that you there's a stuff going on with you.
All right.
And that you are not a native to the City of Hope, but I think we can keep it a secret from where you are for now.
All right. Yeah. I'm just going through the gray screen, so it will load soon enough.
Yeah, if it's stays loading for like 5 to 10 minutes without like nothing moving, try like refreshing, reloading, maybe disabling, enabling hardware acceleration. But yeah, suddenly
Right, yeah.
it takes a moment to load. I'm gonna assume that the place you mentioned, the straight church, is still a thing for your character.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would like the church to still be a thing.
Okay, I definitely have some ideas for that place and for the NPC.
Okay.
Both in that.
I'm gonna.
Okay, and again, this is like probably pro forma question, but still needs to be asked. I mean, overall, I think we can figure out the idea of like how this character fills in the party. You know, the cleric of the light. Obviously, we like light. In this world, but would you consider like having
I set their alignment to lawful neutral. I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
because they go off of a strict coding that is literally coded into them.
Yeah, I remember that's fine. But yeah, I was mostly getting at like, would you have like more specific like bond with one of the other PCs? And actually, now that I think about it, obviously, like Samal's character, but if the rest of the new guys can give like a very brief, short description of whom they are playing to Derp, so that he has an idea of the rest of the party. Starting
That sounds good.
from Kali, if we can.
Okay. So my character is called Vale Rivers. He's a tiefling. He's a guild artisan. He's proficient in smithing. So he sort of like lives around the smith area, and he's very sort of down to earth and a wholesome lad, who's very like sort of outgoing. He survived a werewolf attack and sort of became one, and so he was forced to become a blood hunter to suppress the lycanthropy curse. And now he hunts with the actual Night Watch to protect people.
Okay, JP.
Okay. My character is Sasa Maple. She's a little artificer fairy. She's very active, very hyper, and she just wants to blow undead up because they're annoying. So she's gonna have a gun, and she knows very well Vale, because they both have worked for the smith of the city.
We should all fear the small fairy with a gun.
For
Yes.
sure.
I can also hold my cannon in my other hand.
Oh
I cannot
god.
think of anything more terrifying. Miniature artillery support.
Yep. Same as I'm up last, will be playing Ven Moonstone. She is a soon-to-be assassin, currently just a rogue. She is more of the kind of person you'd send out to do your dirty work. She specializes in assassinating, impersonating, spying, stealing. But she usually is contracted to do those kinds of things to evil type characters. She's not good herself, but she is employed by the good guys. And she cares more about coin than glory or fame.
Right. I also have remembered what the hell pastor means. So it's prototype for Century 5th Tier 3rd Regiment.
Oh shit.
It's well experienced.
Also, Ven is a dark elf and has been around for a while.
Right.
She is currently 121 years old.
Oh, lady.
Young for elves.
You know.
If you
An
call
elf is
her
very
old,
an
you will
adult.
die.
It just barely meet the drinking age.
Truly.
So with the introduction, would you have a vague idea? There, like, would Pastor have? And I'm gonna assume we are sticking with that spelling, Pastor, right?
Yes.
Do you have like an idea if you would have like any like more specific bond with one of the PCs? Because again, like to the party as a whole, it is pretty self-explanatory. How do you like fit in? But
Yeah. I
essentially,
feel like they would
go ahead.
come.
There.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying something, so I stopped.
I said
I
go
feel
ahead.
Oh, okay. I feel like Pastor would naturally kind of drift to the blacksmith area,
Yes.
working with the merchants because they are a warforged and would want to make sure they maintain themselves.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. we are
Join
friends.
us.
The blacksmith brings us all together.
We all know
As
each
it
other.
always
We're-
have and always will.
We're all forge boys. We just sit around the forge.
Anyway, I'm gonna be gone for like 10 minutes. I need to do something real quick. I'll be back.
Okay. I mean, I'm fine with the idea. Just a reminder. I mean, we did say that essentially you can, as a warforged, you can still be healed with regular healing spells, but I can definitely see the blacksmithery being like the place, like fluff-wise explanation how you are getting your upgrades if you like get any, and
Yeah,
like
and
stuff
that
like
also
that.
just maintenance of like the weapons and shield.
Yeah, that too. That too makes sense, obviously. Okay, so let me. Okay. Orbiting towards blacksmithery.
Is it okay if I
Hmm?
purchase things with that quote unquote 100 gold that are like just mundane items? Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Mundane
I'm getting,
items
like-
are fine.
Okay.
Just to like maybe not reiterate, either reiterate or say for the first time to the whole group that due to the state of the world, I am sticking with the vanilla thing for the magic items, as in magic
Mhm.
items do not have price, and they are going to be rare. City has
Okay.
a couple of them, but it's like thing kept in a vault and essentially like emergency use, like loaned to a person based on the task and like how able they seem to be, because every time they give it to someone, they loan it, and that person goes out, there is a risk that they won't come back and that item is gone. And essentially like
Yeah.
magic
Like
stuff
they're
like
coveted.
that.
Yeah.
And essentially magic stuff like that is important. I mean,
Yeah.
there are go ahead.
I was just doing things like getting a lantern and deducting the gold, or like getting some like a battle axe.
that thing is absolutely fine. Mundane stuff is completely fine.
Sick.
Jumping on that front, I've decided to like pipe in about the magic stuff. So continuing on that, basically think that in terms of like magic stuff, they mostly focus not like certain magical artifacts, but potions and oils. Like stuff that gives you magical properties, but it's not permanent, but just like temporary.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
So I believe I gave an example that there's like homebrew stuff, but essentially the City of Hope has sun powder, which essentially, if added to a light source, it is it intensifies the effect. So, for example, there's a torch. You add some powder, so if a shadow, the enemy shadow, comes near it, it triggers their sunlight vulnerability. I believe they have this stuff.
Okay.
To give an example.
All right. Yeah. Sick. Okay. I was just trying to do like basic inventory.
Okay, that's fine.
Another question. I assume we might be wrapping up soon because I do have to prepare for my own game.
I was going to ask, what's
Yeah.
how's your time?
Yeah, I will need to leave in like 10-20 minutes.
I have returned to the realm of mortals.
Welcome back.
back.
Ahoy.
Okay.
So, what were you guys talking about while I was gone?
I'm talking about mundane items and then magical items.
Ooh,
Yeah, so like mundane stuff, if you have money to buy it as a part of characterization, go for it. Magical items like artifacts, stuff like Holy Avenger, those things, they don't. I'm going with the D&D rule of they do not have a price, and City has some magic items, but they are rare and they are loaned to specific people based on the task and if they are trusted with that item. It's more often that you'll be given, oils and potions to like give you magical abilities on your inventory, but like temporary, like the duration of the encounter. At least
Like something the
at
alchemists
first.
make for people.
Yes, like that. But yeah, I mean, on my end, I believe actually, two quick things because I know this is one of the more often house rules regarding the healing potions. The compromise I wanted to go for is that I wanted to initially, this is my idea, that drinking a healing potion during combat still costs a standard action, but if you drink a healing potion outside of combat, you don't roll for the amount of healing, you just take maximum.
Oh, sweet.
So that was my proposition
I'm
for
pro-
a compromise.
I'm pro this.
Because apparently I know that a lot of DMs use the rule of that drinking potion in combat is a bonus action.
Mhm.
But I'm kind of want to stay with like standard action because then it becomes tactical decision. Like, do I want to spend my action on this or not?
Yeah.
And on the other
Action
hand,
economy.
you have the idea of like, okay, if I go through this combat, I don't have to worry about rolling healing die on my potion. I just take maximum. I think that adds to the like tactical thinking in that regard.
Yeah, I like that. That's interesting.
Okay. And I've also like one last house rule because before JP has to go. I also saw like it's often used the rule about better criticals, although I don't think that's exactly a house rule. I need to double check how I can active that setting in game, but essentially, the better criticals is that you maximize the base damage die. So like D8, it's like 8, and then you add, damage die plus your like modifier.
We burst them. We're gonna burst them down.
So, I mean, it's up to you if you want to use
So
the better
what
critical die.
about weapons? What about like a weapon? Like if you use the great sword that use 2d6, would that then mean that you get like a 12 and then base your next? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so that would mean the greatsword is like you roll 12 plus 2d6 plus your modifier.
That would mean on sneak attack, for example,
Hmm.
I would roll max on that and then roll it again.
No,
for
you would roll
calculating crit.
max. You would roll max on the weapon dice.
On the weapon die.
On the
That's
weapon
what I'm
dice. So like the arrow, or the.
Yes, but my sneak would still be critically.
It's a different damage effect.
I'm guessing you didn't read one D&D yet.
I mean, all damage
Rutrum,
dice
huh?
are doubled normally on a crit.
Yeah. I'm saying
No, Rutrum. This is the part that I'm asking you a question. Did you read the one D&D yet?
Nope.
Technically, apparently, no. As the creators have said, the only thing that's supposed to crit is a unarmed attack and just the melee weapon damage. Sneak attack, spells, smite, all that is apparently supposed to not crit.
That's bullshit, and I
That's
don't.
Yeah,
bullshit.
I know.
I disregard this. I say they're wrong.
I also think I mean, I have heard a few things about 1D&D, and that's like DMs can't crit, which is also stupid.
Oh, no. The DMs are supposed to do frequency abilities. But this is the dumbest part. I legit made a Goblin Assassin CR1. I haven't even made the stats yet, but I can already tell you, it would do at minimum 2d10 of damage with its frequency ability, or most likely 6d10 of damage. It would kill any player, like a level 1 character.
Look.
Because they want because the frequency ability would work is if it's a creature, if it's an ability that single targets something, the damage output is 4 times. If it
Why?
does multiple targets, it's 2 times, because that's actually how the damage is. If you pay attention to a dragon's ability and other abilities, it follows that same calculation. It's insane.
I do not support this.
I disregard this.
Damn.
I don't like
I
what
look
they're
at this
doing
piece of
with one
paper.
D&D.
I pick up the piece of paper that says 1D&D. I put it in the shredder. Goodbye.
I'll make 2 D&D. I'll just make it.
2D.
I'll just make it. I'll just make it 5e, but with like a few of the good parts of 1D&D.
Well, the problem is it doesn't make much sense because adamantine armor negates crits, so it kind of just it would either make the item superfluous or just like it probably has something else, or it only works for NPCs, so you can't crit them.
And that's just stupid. But asking the DM, would that that critical hit calculation that you mentioned, would
I
that
need to
work for my
frickin-
sneak attack?
To like how they call it.
I got that file for you. I can give it to you. Just one.
This would also like affect smites and stuff and spells that affect your attacks.
So now I'm
I think
trying to
it's this
freaking recall where I read it.
Ah, here it is. Yep, this is the new thing.
If you guys want to deliberate over this and get,
Okay. Sorry, what was that?
if you guys want to deliberate over this and like come to a conclusion on your own, JP Lily and I are late for a session by 10 minutes.
Oh, so sorry.
Be safe.
Sorry.
Okay,
No,
apologies.
fine.
So
You're
that
fine.
gives me an idea what is gonna be our runtime. So that's also good to know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
You said 5:30, dummy.
No, I didn't.
Just
say
10
that.
minutes ago. You said 10.
No.
Whatever.
No.
Okay. Yeah, whatever. Fucking make up
I
shit.
will never make a mistake.
Yeah, sure. Anyway, we gotta go. Let me know what you guys decide on this because I'm actually curious. So just like put it in general or whatever.
Okay, yeah, that
And
we'll
if you-
definitely do that.
Yeah.
Alright.
So yeah, I'm gonna
Okay,
see you
see you all
next week.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm so
Yeah.
excited. It's good
Yes,
shit.
I'm
I'll see you
too.
guys then.
Yep.
Have a good
See
one.
ya.
Safe.
Yay,
Bye.
I'm happy. Bye bye. Okay.
And then it was just us.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
definitely. My initial thought is that because almost every game I watched is that they definitely like if smite crits, yeah, you definitely do the like critted like smite because it's always like fun for the player if they get a crit and all of that good stuff is
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
gets in. I don't want to rob it of that. But freaking hell, I'm trying to freaking recall where I. Oh, maybe I didn't read it. Maybe I just saw Dungeon Dude's video about like most common house rules, and the drinking potions was one of them, and better criticals was the second. Actually, hold on, because I think in the end it will depend how the foundry reads it, because I'm pretty sure in the D&D settings, the game system settings for the foundry, it is an option to activate better criticals in the game, and that would actually save the thing. Yeah, there are 2 options I can use. And actually, multiplied non-dice modifiers, that wouldn't count for a sneak attack. And no, like the maximized damage is only according to the system itself is that critical damage maximized dice of base damage dice. And that's the question: would Foundry consider? Did the authors of the game system for the Foundry programmed the sneak damage as a base damage die for rogues? I'm gonna activate that. Save changes.
You just talked. I did not listen. Whoa.
Yeah, I know. I ramble and
Yeah, I know. I just phase out at some point, and I'm like, what?
Whatever language that's in.
that's polyglot module.
No, I understand that. I'm saying it doesn't tell me what language this is that you're speaking purposely.
It's Thieves' Cant.
Yeah. You
As
can
a-
choose normally whether or not to show.
Wait,
it.
how? What? Huh? How?
there's a module that
For
is
example.
used here that writing in chat you can pick a language.
How you do that?
Actually, hold on. I'm gonna.
When you go to the language in the chat, you just go down to the languages you have, and then you click on it, and then you just type a normal message.
Where? Hold on. Where am I supposed to see the languages? Because
Hold
I
on,
just
I'm
see
gonna-
chat box
I'm
and a bunch of dice.
gonna share my screen.
Does your character have languages yet when you built them?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that's it.
I have given myself Common, Elvish, and Thieves' Cant.
Yeah, like right beside language, above the text box, it should like say like common or something, and then you click it, and it'll go down. And
There's nothing like that.
You might have to refresh.
Huh.
Right?
That's weird. Actually,
I'll do
the
that.
module was active at the start, so that's weird. I probably will have to like double check the settings for the module itself,
I'm reloading.
because maybe I have to change settings for the module for the players to be able to use it.
I mean, I
Unless
can use it. That's
You,
fine.
you have you. Oh, that's okay. So that's weird.
Yeah.
Because if it works
Unless
for
I'm
you,
a
then
DM randomly.
because it should
say.
work for.
I'm able to select a language, but when I type it looks like it's still in common. It doesn't show the whole translation.
It doesn't show the translation for you as a person, I think, or the extra letters. Like I just talked in undercommon, and it only shows my lettering.
Oh,
I believe.
the sup elf.
Oh, what? It didn't work. Okay, yeah. Let me try Druidic. Oh, maybe
Nope,
not.
I can't speak under common, and I can still read it perfectly fine.
Okay, that's weird.
Yeah.
I wonder if this will prototype token.
Yeah, I'm
This
gonna.
is celestial, common, thieves can't.
I have returned. Ah, now I can see the language thing.
Ah.
Welcome back.
What? Huh. That's. Oh, okay. So probably after you added the languages to the character sheet, maybe then it was. And
I spoke in Elvish.
Maybe it will fix.
We
Maybe
might
it's
have to have our actors on screen.
That's possible.
Oh,
Plus,
that-
maybe
that
it's a
might be it.
thing that maybe if I update all the modules and Foundry to V10 next week, it probably work better.
No. It depends if Polyglot has been updated or not for 10.
Ah.
I mean, we can still see your writing as the other language and then the translation.
That's true. No, I could still see it.
Definitely something to consider. I as a DM might not see any translations, might just like see everything because I'm DM.
Like
so
I
I'm
saw
supposed to, like...
I saw when the DM wrote in Thieves' Cant, I can see like the special symbols and then translated from Thieves' Cant Buenos Dias.
Yeah, that's what I was
Huh.
saying.
But maybe like no one else can do it.
Yeah,
Hmm.
because I just spoke in Abyssal.
I can do it on Foundry personally for my own games, so that's why I'm confused.
Yeah.
Is it maybe like
Uh,
do I need to like select a
Configure
character? Do I need to like
settings.
have my character selected and then maybe I am
When
them
you
or
talk to
something?
them.
Okay,
Yeah, I think that's usually how it goes.
we're gonna do the test. So then,
All right,
This is looking great.
let's try something here.
God, it's
There we go.
me, Pastor.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
now
There
it
we
yeah,
works.
it
go.
works.
Yep.
Okay, that's how that works then.
And I need to figure out where's the setting so that this screen is not centered to the token.
Oh yeah.
I was hoping
Oh
you could
God,
speak Undercommon too.
are these people talking
No, I
Elvish?
actually, I thought Dark Elves learned Undercommon. They apparently don't.
That's kind of weird.
I
Yeah.
gave my character Thieves Can't because of reasons.
Oh, in one
Wait.
D&D, Thieves Can't is a simple language. Anyone can have it.
Oh, cool. Interesting.
Okay, so we
Wait,
tested
hold
that,
on.
and
I'm
thankfully it
hold on.
works.
I'm just
Hold
turning
on.
off
Thieves Can't
Pant
is a
token to speak.
simple language.
No, like look at that. I put it in the Night Watch chat. You could just click on it, and it'll show you what they're kind of thinking of doing, like as far as one D&D goes.
I mean, sure, Thieves' Cant can be learned, but like, why make it? It used to be so special for rogues.
Yeah.
It's funny. I think I had like 3 rogues in a party once. Just pretty much kill anything with one chance.
Huh.
I'll look at that PDF later.
Yeah.
Did they go different specializations or?
I don't speak Elven either, and I'm half elf.
I speak Abyssal, Celestial, Thieves Can't, and Common.
Wait, hold on. Don't you start out with Elvish as a half elf?
No, I think I just started with common and then a choice of language. Let me look.
Huh.
Let me look at my character.
Actually, hold on. I didn't actually check if I got to choose a language either. Hold on.
Yeah.
I just gave myself Abyssal and Celestial because.
Oh, I do have Elvish. I gotta give my character Elvish. 1 second.
Languages. I can speak Common and Elvish, and that's it. I don't get Undercommon from being a drow. That's weird.
Really?
Yeah, I
Feels
chose
like you
Undercommon as a choice of language.
I mean, Criminal also doesn't give me another language, so I'm kind of stuck with what I have right now.
It's fair.
Unless the DM rules that I should have Undercommon. Looks at DM. Raises eyebrow.
How many languages do you have?
I have Common, Elvish, and Thieves' Cant.
Hmm.
I have 4 languages.
Because I think it's just weird because like Dark Elves are supposed to be like in the same area that like Dwergar are, and Dwergar
Yeah.
can speak Undercommon just fine.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
But What about the Dark Gnomes? Can they speak?
I think so too.
Really?
That's just weird that Dark Elves
Yeah.
they should, but
Just
they
straight
don't.
up left out the drow on their own language.
Yeah.
Fine. It's no skin off my back.
Yeah? Okay.
You can put in Undercommon.
Sure.
You can say that.
Actually, if I just
you were
Google,
taught the ancestral language in your house.
if I just Google Undercommon, it literally says spoken by the majority of intelligent races native to the Underdark, such as Drow. What? But all
Just
right,
because they're
thank you.
dark elves doesn't mean they're drow. Jeez, rare races.
Dark elves are literally Drow. That's literally just
I know.
different word.
Yeah, I bet. But just a joke.
Ah, I see now. Very funny.
So,
I am indeed laughing.
It is what it is. I need to update my notes before the next week. Oh god.
Can't wait for our first combat. That's gonna be fun.
Oh
Yeah, I already have an idea for that. Pretty much encounter is more or less
I have a
ready.
small idea for flavor.
Sorry, what flavor?
Oh, when I enter Comet, I'm planning on having Pastor cast light on their mace.
Oh no.
Hey, that's cool.
Does that trigger my
I'm gonna
light
s-
sensitivity?
I'm gonna say, because otherwise it would be very irritating. That probably it's not the first time you saw Pastor doing that.
Okay. Thank you.
So you would expect this to happen.
Okay, thank you. Because what we did is we turned sunlight sensitivity into more like a if I ever get encountered by a very sudden burst of light, or if because of like the daylight spell or sunbeam or whatever, I get temporarily blinded.
Oh,
Yeah, like if you get flashbang, fantasy flashbang in the face, and you are not really prepared for it, so that then it like works.
Yes.
But yeah,
Because
I think for
Because
light,
otherwise,
yeah,
sunlight sensitivity would just be nullified because of the fact there is no sun.
yeah. So we went with
it's
compromise
bright
option.
light in a 20-foot radius and dim light for another additional 20 feet.
Although I also believe the light cantrip as itself doesn't count as like it doesn't
Yeah, if you target an object
create
held or
daylight.
worn by
It doesn't treat. It's not treated as a like.
No, it's not. It's
Daylight
just
light.
normal, just a
Yeah.
light.
Yeah. His weapon just starts glowing, basically.
Yeah, so it's really up to Ratram if he wants to like play Ven, like being slightly irritated with the light, but
yeah.
you won't be your thing won't trigger.
I feel like there's like in past encounters with them, it caught them off guard, but like now they're used to it. He's like, oh, this fucker again.
Yep.
Here comes Mr. Glowstick, breaking my fun again.
My eyes.
Yeah, now I'm also trying to think. Like, is there something that I need to get you up to speed there? You could have missed. I mean, you were introduced to the rest of the party. Did you remember that because of level 2, you apart from starting equipment, you also have the 100 gold pieces worth of stuff you can get? The mundane stuff, obviously. Derp.
Oh, yeah, I used that to get the Evening Star, Morning Star,
Oh,
Hero
right,
Shield,
yeah.
and Armor.
That thing.
The weapons, a shield, and armor, they cost a good amount of gold.
Yep. Yeah. But yeah, I think we covered the most important things. And obviously, if something comes up that we need to decide on, that'll just happen during the session. If throwing questions at you or us collectively deciding how certain things work this world. But yeah, it is very, very likely, almost guaranteed, that the next session will either begin with the encounter or like very soon
Alright.
the encounter will happen. I just need to think about stuff.
I'm just imagining this group as a bunch of people like crowding the blacksmith, pestering them to do work for us.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting this, but you know, that's the beauty of...
Yeah, I really didn't expect the blacksmith to be what brings us together.
Yeah. Oh, also because others saw it. I mean, there are the NPCs. There's like the Master Artificer Dwarf, but the old Smithy is this guy.
Oh,
Bronze-skinned orc.
nice.
Who is like your typical grizzled grandpa that is like, these darn kids not respecting my work. And also, you were. I did mention you were about the. Fucking hell, I cannot speak. You were aware about the lingering injuries, so the variants that we were determined is that. Hold on, I need to like open the handout again. So you get it if you fail all saving death saving throws, if you make a gamble and you fail, if you are afflicted by something that would instantly kill you, like the intellect devourer thing. Although it would be curious if that works on a Warforged, but that's neither here nor there. And as a compromise option, we went with the idea that some boss type enemies, they might have something that if they crit you, or maybe they have like special attack that. No, if they crit you, they have a potential of putting lingering injury on you, but the player has a chance of making a saving throw to prevent that. So kind of like a compromise option.
All right. Yeah.
And I believe we went with the variant that your body can have half of your character level in the amount of lingering injuries.
Okay.
So variant B. And I think you were present when I mentioned how we're gonna do the healing potions.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Okay. I think that was the.
Actually, I'm gonna get studded leather because I only have leather right now.
Best I could afford was hide.
Studded leather armor. There we go. Let me actually see what the price is on that.
Imagine our first quest was like our group pestering the blacksmith to a point where they said, "Fine, I'll make your shit, but you have to go collect the resources for me." Something like that.
I mean, that's how it works for a while. I mean, not to spoil too much, but yeah, I have some ideas about this dude because there are not that many blacksmiths. Actually, I've been toying with the idea that, not counting PCs, like for a while he was like either the only one or the only one that was actually like really, really good at his craft.
Yes.
And I was not no joking when I mentioned that he was like he's really cranky when like darn kids, do you think my schedule is made out of rubber?
Yes.
Like imagine him as like basically overworked worker that couldn't take a day off in the last like decades.
Yeah. Oof.
That would make you pretty cranky.
Yeah. Have to make another 3 shields for the god today.
Those bloody idiots, they dented the armor again.
Oh no! Not the armor.
Yeah, I was referencing the quartermaster.
I've just been looking at the
Cool.
character
Yes.
sheets, and it seems that Sasa and Pastor both still have their level 1 HPs, I think.
Oh, shit.
Or did Sasa just roll really shit? Oh, actually, yeah, she did just roll really shit.
Yeah, and they
I
have
might have
only...
also rolled shit.
I see.
I think I had to take the average.
Yeah, and
Well, hold on.
Sasas.
You have a D8 plus 2 because so you start out with 10. You don't. There's no way you have 13 hit points, Pastor.
Oh, I don't know how to change that then.
Hold
Because
on.
Your starting HP would be 10 because you're like you use a D8 for your health. You have a +2 in Constitution, so you get a +2 to health. So you have at least 10, and then you roll whatever you roll. If you took
Right.
average, that means you get a +6, which then would mean you have at least 16 HP.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I can.
Also, I like how
Change
I'm the
that.
rogue, but I have the most HP out of everyone. Oh, actually,
Amazing.
I'm tied with Silas.
Love it.
I mean, that's the way the cookie crumbles. But, you know, it's only second level. We'll see how the dice will be rolled in the future.
Yep.
Anyways, are there more pressing questions for me? / do you need to do any more like important work on your sheet on the foundry? Because I'm also thinking about possibly going off soon-ish. Now that we have dealt with the most important stuff for the session 0.
Right. I can't think of anything else.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm pretty. Oh well. Nah. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's it. Yep. I'm pretty. I think I'm pretty ready to play. Actually.
Who's screaming in the background? I said I've heard something. Okay. Well, I think that was very productive. I am kinda stoked and hyped for the next week.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I'm actually gonna double check and decide if I want to like upgrade Foundry to version 10. I need to like see how many modules are up to date so that I do not make things worse.
Right.
At the very least, I know that I'm pretty sure because I didn't update the Foundry, the tidy sheets, the other character sheets that you saw, they are not working because of that. But we'll see.